Alok, it's a technicality that all of these people, the top BJP leaders, have been granted bail. But what else has happened in court? As the defense lawyer there was pointing out that the judgment is likely to come by evening, he says.
Well, you see, again, I think it is very important for us to simplify this for our viewers because it might be very confusing what is happening. But you see, the bail petition is a formality. When you are appearing before court for the first time in a new case where conspiracy charges are supposed to be brought for you, it is logical that you are going to apply for bail. That bail has been granted. It was also granted to 6 other people on the last date of hearing, which was last week. That was again a formality. What these people have done is that they have moved discharge petitions saying that, look, we cannot be tried for conspiracy because we do not feel that there is enough locus standi to try us for conspiracy, so we should be discharged in the case. Now, of course, it is the court's prerogative and it is procedure for both sides to argue on it. So the defense, which is Advani's and the others' lawyers, and the prosecution have both argued for and against this. Of course, the state would have said that, look, no, they should not have been discharged. They should not be discharged. There is enough prima facie material for them to be charged with conspiracy. The defense, which is Advani, Manoj Joshi, Uma Bharti, their lawyers have said that no, there is not enough evidence to even start a trial against them related to conspiracy, so our clients should be discharged. The judge has heard both sides, and he is likely to pronounce an order in the while it would be unfair to speculate on what that order is going to be. I think it is also very clear that the Supreme Court has itself ordered that conspiracy charges should be brought against these people, and that is why they have appeared in court. So it would be, in a way, we could infer that the judgment is going to go one way, but like I said, it is the matter of court. We'll have to wait for a while to hear what has happened of those discharge petitions, but this is what has just happened in court.
Right, it is a matter of, we can't preempt what the court is actually going to say at this point later in the day, Alok, but as you rightly pointed out, the Supreme Court has already asked for the framing of conspiracy charges and the hearing to begin on a day-to-day basis. So this is, in a sense, by the defense lawyers, a way to preempt that hearing itself and the conspiracy charges being framed, because they are saying, well, you can't even bring the conspiracy charges against these leaders. Are we right in that assessment?
Yes, you are right, Bharti, and I think that is a logical course that happens. You know, even if I were to be in that court and I were to be tried, I would also move an application through my lawyer saying that, look, there is not enough locus standi in the case. And generally what happens in legal cases is that unless the court finds a compelling reason for them to believe that there is no case made out even before the start of trial, they generally ask for the framing of charges. In this case, the Supreme Court itself has directed this court to frame charges and to complete the trial within 2 years. So it would be logical to think that the case is going to take those lines. But like I said, we have to wait for the court to give out its judgment. It has followed due procedure, allowed that discharge petition, heard arguments on that, and now in a while it is going to give out an order. If it says that, yes, fine, I find enough ground to discharge you people, Mr. Advani and the rest will walk free from this case. In case that does not happen, the judge says, no, there is prima facie a case against you, then conspiracy charges will be framed against these people. But like I said, this is part of procedure. This is the way things have to be, and this is the way they are done in court.
Right, Alok. So as we await that judgment, let's go back a little bit and on what we were discussing earlier, that this case has gone on for 25 years. And even if that pronouncement does not come today, or if it does come today, it would still have been a very, very long time.
It has been 25 years, Babri, and that is perhaps the longest possible time in a case where it hasn't even gone beyond the trial course right now. So yes, in its judgment in April, the Supreme Court had also blamed the CBI for this, saying that they were also partially responsible for this case going through 2 decades without any resolution, and that is why the Supreme Court had asked that in the next 2 years, this case should be totally tried and a judgment should be brought about. Even then, there will not be closure, because it is likely that whichever party is aggrieved at the end of it will approach a higher court.